Well, greetings, St. Luke Simpson friends and family. Coming to you again with another update. These are important updates. It's the best way we can get a lot of information out to everybody. If you don't have 12 or so minutes, just maybe pause and come back to it because these are important. If you missed the last one or just haven't been to church in a little while, please remember we are in an active construction zone. There is quite a number of large pieces of equipment and it moves around, so you don't know exactly where they might be when you come to church next. So just be aware that where you parked last week might not be available this week and so forth. But the roof is going on. It's about 50% done. Looks fantastic, and we're really excited about all that. More than likely, they're going to be on the day school side this upcoming Sunday, and so that section of the parking lot, as well as the back area of the youth center side, will not be available. So if you park back there, please kind of make adjustments and be on the lookout for that. I would just encourage you to not wear open-toed shoes or sandals, as it's impossible to get every single nail up, although they've been doing a great job and we've been walking behind as well. But that could just be one kind of precaution that would be easy to take. I want to give you an update right now on some COVID types of material, and I can just hear your gasp because I know the COVID fatigue and exhaustion and frustrations that most people have. But I want to bring you up to speed on kind of where we are. I want to give you a very quick analogy. Those that know me know how much I love to zip line. Our family loves to zip line. I love to be hundreds of feet in the air, whipping through the mountains, going in between trees. I just love it. And you can enjoy something like that because you are on tremendous amounts of safety equipment. Harnesses strapped in, cables. I mean, you are as safe up there on a zip line as you probably are anywhere. You can enjoy the thrills if you do it in a safe way. And that's the analogy that I have for us today, is that we can continue to enjoy all the parts of our faith. If we're safe, if we're careful. And we frankly have slipped a little bit, and we've gotten a little complacent, if not just rebellious, with some of our well-established safety protocols. Now remember, we are doing as much, if not more, than most churches. Many churches are still not even worshiping in person. Most do not have Sunday school, children's program, youth program. So we decided we wanted to still do things, but that was going to require extra attention to safety and procedures. And so we just kind of want to stoke that fire today to just remind you of some things. I know it's frustrating. I know that you get conflicting information. 3 major states I know are now loosening their restrictions at a time when more and more strands of this are being discovered. I know there are just some areas of this that are confusing and baffling and frustrating, but nonetheless, we know that there have been 26 or so million positive cases in America, somewhere over 400,000 COVID-related deaths, and there are new strands emerging. That alone, if I said there's something out there that 26 million people have caught and 400,000 people have died with all the restrictions we've put into place, that should at least require us to take it seriously and to continue to take it seriously. And so I'm asking us all, regardless of how we might feel personally or politically, to just kind of restoke the fires of our best practices. Not because I'm a medical doctor or not because we have a guaranteed foolproof way to prevent everything, but industry standard best practices. Masks are required. They are encouraged throughout. I want to make that clear. They are required for entry. They are encouraged throughout. I keep mine on. In fact, I wear a mask and a face shield. Not because I think it looks cool, but because it's one of my ways of just trying to model and lead by example that it's okay to wear these safety types of apparatuses. And so I tend to keep mine on throughout the day and throughout the service, but masks are required moving around, and they are encouraged throughout. Please, we need to avoid the hugging. I love to hug. I love the arm bar, fist bump. I mean, I'm a, you know me. But Not everybody shares that belief, and sometimes, and it's been expressed to me as a senior pastor, hey, I'm coming to church, people are hugging me, I'm not really comfortable with that. Can you let people know that, I would prefer not to be hugged? So please remember, not everybody wants a hug or feels safe getting a hug. So please, if you would, try to resist that. Social distance, especially in our Sunday school classes. Been by our adult, honestly, Sunday school classes that are not social distancing, that are not keeping their mask on, and we simply have to keep our mask on. Kids are doing this quite well. Kids are social distance. They sit at certain tables. There's all kinds of check-ins and monitoring, and it's actually the adults that are kind of pushing the envelope or just not adhering to our practices. So please, please make sure that you are social distancing, keeping your mask on. Wipe down your rooms. There are sanitation, bottles, wipes, various ways that you can spray down your Sunday school room, spray down your chair. This is helpful as well. And when you exit places, give each other some space, maybe utilize multiple doors, or just let people kind of spread out so that we're not all in the hallways, not all in the doorways together. A couple of other things that could be really, really helpful. If you are not feeling well, we want to encourage you to stay home. Reverend Amy and Jake and Bill and those that have worked on technology, we've got a good, consistent live stream, Facebook Live, recordings, emails of the service. If you are not feeling well or have any fear at all that you may have been, significantly exposed or possibly coming down with something, please play it safe and stay at home. If you are positive and we're in close proximity to someone, I really want to encourage you to let us know. You can do it anonymously if that would be something you prefer, that just says, hey, I was in Sunday school and I've tested positive. I'd rather my name be withheld, but I need to let the class know. Hey, I sat by the Joneses and Smiths in worship and we had our mask off and I've been positive. There's things that we can do to let others know, because it's not just about us, it's about them and what other risks they might have. I realize most of us are good, strong, healthy people, but it's not just about protecting ourselves. It's what can I do to prevent exposing someone who maybe is more vulnerable, more susceptible to this. We as Christians don't live for ourselves. We live for Jesus and we live to serve others. And right now, in this day and age, one way I can serve you, one way I can wash your feet, one way you can wash your neighbor's feet, one way you can serve others is to wear your mask, wear your face shield, keep your hands good and clean, avoid embracing. Think of it as an act of service. We're not slinging bricks and mortar right now, building homes in our community, going to Habitat home builds, like right now, near as much as we've used to in the past. But one way you can serve your neighbors is by being extra diligent with your distancing, with your precautions. I want to give you, you thought you were going to get away with no sports analogy, but I got one for you. A couple weeks ago, as I mentioned last time I came to you, I, like many of you, watched the Alabama game. And I saw Louisiana native Devontae Smith absolutely shred one of the best defenses in the country. And one of the toughest, baddest football players on the planet. You know what he did after he had diced them up and was on his way to receive a national championship trophy and get an MVP award? You know what he did first? He put on a mask. He put on a mask. An elite athlete in the highest celebration of his life first put on his mask. What a great witness to us. What a great witness to us. We might not have that fear. We might not be in that demographic. We might not feel like we're at risk, but others are. So please, so we can continue to have youth programs, so that we can continue to have children's programs, so that we can continue to worship, so that we can continue to do these things. Let's restoke the fires of our safety protocols, and let's work together Let's work together. Jesus has eradicated the greatest sin and the greatest disease in the world. He's provided the ultimate vaccine. And he's also provided science and good guidance for us. So on this side of heaven, let we as Christians who have that eternal vaccine, let us do our part to spread that earthly vaccine of being safe around others, that we might share the light of Christ, that we might say to someone, I don't like all this, but I love you enough to do this, to protect you, to protect your loved ones. And know that we love you, know that we're all, like our schools and like our businesses, all doing the best we can in this most unique time of life. God bless you and God keep you. I sure hope to see you soon.